What I find interesting is this is called cure violence.
Absolutely.
Cure, we think of medical conditions.
Exactly.
And this whole thing is oriented at the idea that what we're seeing is an epidemic. It's a health issue.
It is. We approach from the standpoint that violence spread like a disease. And we must meet it where it's at, and we must remedy the disease. And our cure is to go in to identify the problem and to try to interrupt the problem.
You're called an interrupter.
Yes.
And is the idea that you can sometimes prevent violent acts?
Yes, that's what we do. We go amongst groups in Dutchtown, citywide virtually. You know, we'll make a stop over here off of Louisiana.
I'll check it out later.
And if we know something is going on, if we have contacts amongst those groups, we try to initiate contact with that group, and we try to interrupt whatever's going on, or at least try to mitigate what's going on.
Some of these areas over here is, it is riddled with crime.
Sometimes you can smell trouble coming?
Absolutely, yes. Because again, we have our ears to the street. I see my role out here is to really meet the people where they at, the youngsters, to meet them where they at, to try to have an impact, to make sure that we are going amongst them, not criticizing them for their conduct, for their violent conduct, but really trying to have an impact on how we influence their opinion.
How do you know when you're successful?
I know how I'm successful when I don't see the problem getting out of control. We can't stop everything. Some things gonna happen in the city of St. Louis, but we try to make sure that it doesn't fester, it doesn't grow, it doesn't explode. So we're trying to stop the explosion of violence. Since last year, the city of St. Louis have experienced a 30% decrease in violent homicides. And we would like to believe that Cure Violence has played a pivotal role in bringing those numbers down.
And how important is it that this is not a police effort, this is a community effort?
The youth, they respond better when they know we're not trying to lock them up. It doesn't work. It didn't work with me when I was young. Had violence interrupters been around when I was a youngster, had Cure Violence been around, I believe I would have made better decisions, because these guys, we go amongst the youth and we have heart-to-hearts with them. And we forge a relationship, a bond. We attach them with a social worker or outreach worker, in this case with Cure Violence, and we monitor their progress. How are they doing? We go amongst them, always asking the question, how are you doing? How can we help you? When they feel that we have their best interests, that we really have a genuine interest in how they turn out. And we're trying to change that entire trajectory into a positive direction. But we must expand this program to really have an impact, because who we are trying to reach, we're trying to reach those youngsters out there that's doing the shooting.
And violence is everywhere.
Violence is fluent. So we partner with the community, try to have that impact. But we also go in those areas where certain people would never travel in. And that's our job, the interrupters. And we try to have an impact when we go amongst them, to try to at least ask the fundamental question, is this worth it?
What can you do about the guns? There's so many of them out there.
I know that guns plays a significant role in the amount of violence, shootings and killings that's perpetuated in the city. And it must be addressed. And the mayor, she is working tirelessly to address this problem with guns. Everyone has a weapon. And it's legal to carry a weapon. Some of these guys carry weapons. They are legal. They are not convicted felons, so they can carry weapons. And when a guy carries a weapon, when a confrontation arises to surface, it's easy to bring that weapon up about an anger, about a passion, and to fire that weapon, not even factor in the consequences of that action.
How much credibility do you carry when you talk to these kids? I mean, they know your history, they know where you've been.
Yeah, I carry a tremendous amount of credibility because, again, I come from that environment. I was locked up for 30 years, and it was for acts of violence carried out in the city of St. Louis. And I was able to come out, and what motivates me to be a part of this right here is to try to clean up or try to correct or right what I have done wrong.
When you look at the young people in this neighborhood, do you sometimes see your younger self, the
Absolutely.
one who landed in prison?
Absolutely.
You've seen this movie before.
Yeah, I've seen this right here. I've seen it play out 30 years ago. And the city has been gripped by this right here for over 30 years. And Cure Violence appears to be the only logical solution to this problem right here. And I believe that the work that we're doing now, the work that Cure Violence is doing now, I believe it's going to affect the way St. Louis look 5, 10, 15, 20 years from now.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.